I have peas growing vertically all along the fence over here, and they're going crazy. They're producing so many pea pods. It's just amazing. And I've been harvesting these every day. My dogs love them, and I love them. I'm actually gonna take one and nibble on it. Good stuff. On the outer border, I have put down flower seeds. So there's marigold, nasturtiums, and a few other varieties. And they're beginning to pop up in the soil. To eventually, this whole space is going to get covered with flowers. And yes, somebody did leave accidentally or otherwise a dirty glove there. That's disgusting. I'll have to remove that. Okay, I have some more potato plants growing here along with some sweet potatoes, all in grow bags again, which makes it easier to harvest them. And then that's my other greenhouse. I have some sunflower seeds that are coming up. This sunflower is actually a volunteer that I transplanted here. And it seems to be doing well. It's way ahead of the other ones that I'm growing from seed. I have some carrots here along with some chives. I just put down chive seeds in different parts of the garden because I love them. I use a lot of chives in my cooking, and it's just handy to have them grow at different times in different places. I have some squash growing here that I grew from seed, and not all of the squash that I put in the ground survived the squirrel rampages, but these have so far, so knock on wood. Some more carrots. Now there's a tomato that I got from a store nearby, and it seems to be pretty happy in its location. I also have some basil. I try to grow different varieties of basil every year because I use them a lot in my chai, again in my dishes. I have some eggplant here with a significant amount of flea beetle damage, but that's okay. I practice a no-till, no-kill policy in my yard, and the idea is that my last name is Jain, so I practice Jainism. That's my faith, that's my spiritual practice, and that the basic tenet is non-violence. So you do not kill other living things. And I have figured out that even if I do not try to rid this space of pests, I still get enough for myself. It's just me and my 2 fur babies, and no matter there's pest damage, I still get plenty of food for myself every year. So I let them be. I also don't till the soil. Tilling the soil also kills microorganisms in the soil. It damages soil health. It damages the soil ecosystem, and it's unnecessary. If your soil is a fertile medium, you don't need to till it. You can simply plant seeds in it and they'll grow. So I have some more stuff growing here. A tomato plant that seems to be pretty happy. It's got the tomato cage already set up. I have some more things growing in the ground here. I'll do more detailed videos of individual things that I'm growing later. Today it's just really more of an overview. This is the part of the garden that's got an inverted E-shaped or a keyhole shaped growing space, and I have these trellises set up. The plan is to grow cucumbers and beans and tomatoes all along these, so there's more vertical space, and that way I'm maximizing the whole space here. There are carrots growing here, some beans that are beginning to pop up, and then these are among the grandparents here because these plants have been here from the beginning, and they look like it. They've bushed out, again grown from these little itty bitty saplings, baby plants from the nursery into these giant bushes, and they look pretty happy. Some of the sage has died back, but that's only going to feed the soil below and help in regenerate it in the next growing season. I have some more basil here. Some of it is store-bought, some that I am planting from seed, and another transplanted sunflower. I'm also growing more carrots, so staggering them out so that I always have a fresh supply of carrots. This is the border, and then there's another space for beans to grow, and that's my tomato plant. Again, this one's a store-bought variety. And then I have some more space here, carrot seeds, lettuce, more beans, and these are all different varieties of beans. That's my cucumber plant. This is again a store-bought variety, and it's beginning to vine out. It's sending out these tendrils that are going to grab onto the trellis, and then the cucumber will be able to pull itself up and then grow vertically. Some of the spaces look empty right now. It's because either there are seeds in there, or I'm going to, if the seeds don't germinate, then I'm going to plant something else in here. Eventually all of these spaces will be covered. That's my fennel that keeps coming back every year, and I harvest a little bit of it every morning to put in my desi chai, and it's amazing. This is my strawberry patch. I do get these small, really sweet strawberries here that you wouldn't find in the store because they just don't ship well, and that's one of the reasons why I planted them here. And there are some fava beans growing next to them. They haven't really done well because the seeds were put in pretty late. They're really cool season crops, but they're still they're sending out really nice green leaves, so I'm letting them be. Another volunteer sunflower, and then I have more metal trellises here, again maximizing the vertical growing space, along with some hanging baskets that are filled with flower seeds that are now beginning to germinate. And then this is another part of the garden that's my pride and joy, partly because I haven't really done much here. This entire space, it's like a raised bed because I put these cinder blocks there to mark the space off, and you can hardly see them now because of all the green lush foliage growing out of them. But they're located between two of these compost bins. This is the first compost bin that I had put in when I first moved here, and then I put this one last year, and my guess is that between these two compost bins, this whole area of the garden is always getting a dose of compost tea every time it rains. The roots of these plants are going towards the composting bins and then drawing on all the nutrients there. Chicky seems to be getting upset about something. Maybe she heard something. That's okay. It's alright, Chica. Right, and then you can see the plants in here have gone absolutely bonkers. They're going nuts. I had planted I had planted flower seeds along the edges, thinking, oh, maybe some of them will, sprout and it'll be pretty. They'll make a nice borders, but they have pretty much taken over the entire space. I'm not complaining. I was planning to put some plants in myself in the middle, but what's happened is there are 3 or 4 tomato plants, all volunteers that popped up. There's even a potato plant in there, I think, somewhere. This used to be my potato bed area. Chicky, shh. No. Good girl. Quiet. And I just let the potato grow. My guess is that if there are still potatoes in there that I didn't quite dig out, well, I might get another harvest and unplant one. So this is the tour of the garden. These nasturtiums have gone really crazy. I mean, look at the size of the leaves. It's amazing. And they're full with blooms. It's a little hard to see now that the sun is setting, and all the big leaves that are around there, but they're there. So that's pretty much it. This is the garden. It's a lovely space that I really enjoy spending time in. I don't get to spend a lot of time here because I teach full time and I also do research, and I'm always working on projects related to my professional life. So it's really nice to have that balance wherein I can come to my yard and spend some peaceful, quiet time here. But this year especially, it's so important to do something like this with the pandemic that's going on. I just feel that I had to make this video. I felt that there's this compelling need for me to share what I'm doing in my yard with everybody, because this is so easy and it's so necessary to be able to grow even a part of your own food, to have some control over your dietary needs, to have some control over your food supply chain. It's so important. It's good for your health, it's good for the environment, especially the way I do it with the no-till, no-kill method, no chemicals, no fertilizers, composting all my kitchen scraps and my yard waste. I think for the last 3 years almost now, I have not sent any food to the landfill because it all goes into my composting bins. And I'm vegetarian, so it's mostly vegetable peels and kitchen scraps like those. So it's all really worth it. And I feel that if I'm working full time and working on all these other projects and I can still maintain this space all by myself, if I can do it, so can anybody. And my goal in making these videos is to share insights that I am gaining from this whole process with everybody, and hope that they're able to take some of these ideas and transfer them to their own settings, adapt methods I might be using to their own spaces, whether if it's a container in a balcony or a yard that's 3 times as big as this space. I just feel that this is the right time to make that shift. So I hope this video was interesting and useful to you. I'll just end it on this quiet note. This is so peaceful to sit here and watch the sunset, listen to the birds and the treetops that are swaying in wind. I wish everybody could have access to this if they don't. I think there's something grounding about growing your own food and having a green space like this. I thank you for watching the video, and I hope I'm able to share more of these videos in the coming months. Take care, everybody.